Welcome back to Tales of Symphonia.
Okay, I don't have any beer anymore, so I'm just gonna be straight. And the holy ball is not helping.
I did some off-screen grinding.
Hey, look at that! You
I
got a
have
battle pick that you just made in town.
Yeah, I kind of facepalmed when I got that because I'm like, ah, shit. Oh well, free money.
Oh man, you're glowing like shit, man. You really gotta lay off the stuff.
Okay, so this is the person we came to see. Oh god.
All right, I'll tell you what you need, but you're probably not gonna like it.
You know how you climbed all the way up here?
Yeah, you climbed all the way.
Well, now
you climbed all the way. You climbed the way up the mountain. Now get off.
You cheated. Climb back down and do it again.
Okay, I'll show you where it is. And you're still glowing.
Well, there's monsters down there that are trying to kill us.
Yeah, it's weird.
You should be smart enough not to do that.
That shit's weird, dude. When am I get that checked out? I had to open the fence.
Okay, so this part's annoying.
I don't see a cave anywhere. It's right there.
I can see it. It's literally right there.
Past the waterfall? How are we supposed to get over there? Jump, dumbass.
Lloyd, it's water. We can just pass through it.
I can fly through it.
That's good, but how are the rest of us supposed to get over there?
I'll throw him over.
Yeah, she probably could.
Just chucks him inside the cave.
Now, to be fair, it's actually not that hard to figure it out. You just need to revive these plants. There's another one on the other side past me. There you go.
I can't remember how I do it.
You revive this plant and the other plant, and then you use the Sorcerer's Ring to fly over there, which somehow gets you to drop the rock. I don't know how it worked. This doesn't make any sense, because see, then you go up here, and then that makes that stop, and then that one pushes you on top of the rock, and it falls. Shouldn't I be on top of that rock right now?
No, it's fine. We jumped over it. See, there we are. We've jumped on the bridge.
God! Yet another thing. I'm just like, it makes no sense.
He caught Chuck Jealous into the rock and it fell.
And then that splits the waterfall open, so now we can actually get inside there.
Yeah, we found another cave.
We finally found it, even though we found it 2 seconds
It's
ago.
inside a cave. Can I go in the cave?
I could have just blown us over there.
Can I go in the cave?
Yeah, we'll go in the cave, sweetie.
You bet. Just that sound like just. Oh, that's a flower. Looks like
It's literally the only flower in here.
it looks like a twig.
There was another cave I could have gone to that had a couple extra treasure chests.
I remember this.
And then random boss fight, because of course we need one.
You're gonna
Oh, you got smart. You got smart, didn't you?
I remembered this boss at least.
Ifrit wrecks this thing shit.
Yeah, but that's... As much as I do like using Sheena, and I do, relying on her to get into overlimit and casting a specific summon is not a very smart thing to rely on.
Dude, you're dropping your jacks everywhere.
Okay, so, in my practice run of me grinding before I got to this boss, Colette ended up using her Mystic Art. So I was trying to get her to show it. I was trying to get her to show it off in here, because once she uses Holy Song and Judgment 50 times each, she has a chance to use her Mystic Art to cast Holy Song. So I'm forcing her to cast it over and over again, hoping that she uses it.
And she doesn't.
No, unfortunately.
Then what's the point?
Uses it or not. Had I known she was gonna do it while I was grinding, I would have kept recording and I would have left the grinding in.
See, what you should have done is turn off all of Genius' spells and just have him use fire.
I thought I had set my shortcut to have him always.
Nope.
I thought I had set my shortcut to him for him to use Eruption.
Nope.
But I didn't. But I can force him to use Eruption anyway.
And now you're gonna get pelted in the face with Jax.
Well, it's better that it's. At least it's only Lloyd. Everyone else will be fine.
It's not gonna happen. Stop it, past you.
Well, see, now it can because she's actually used it 50 times. So now that I have Judgment and Holy Song at 50, there is a slight chance that it'll happen.
Slight.
There's no guarantee. It can.
Slight. He says slight.
It is completely random if it happens or not.
Gotta love how all of your spells are, all your Mystic Arts are completely RNG based.
The only one that really isn't is Lloyd's, and his is so situational that it may as well be RNG.
Oh, I see. I see what you're doing now. You're trying to make him learn Explosion.
I am, because he should have learned it by now.
Yeah, he should have.
Whether he's on my team or not, he still should have learned it. So I don't know what's taking him so long.
Well, you didn't have me on the team. What was I supposed to do?
You can still learn text when you're when you're not in my party. Everyone else does it all the time.
Ah, Skull!
Oh god, actual fire.
It is a dinosaur!
Oh god, oh god, you're right. I didn't even realize it had a dinosaur skull in the center of it.
Yeah, this is phase 2.
I mean, to be fair, even though I'm even though I don't have Explosion, Eruption itself, just Eruption is doing more than enough.
Yeah, so I think this is supposed to be an explanation for why the boss just randomly came to life. It's supposed to be suggested that it's a zombie dinosaur.
Uh-huh. That would also explain why he throws bees at me.
Oh, he's got the bees. He's got the dogs and the bees. Or the bees.
Oh, the dogs with bees in their mouth.
So when they bark, they shoot bees at you. Unfortunately, there is no. Unfortunately,
but it's one of my favorite lines from Simpsons.
Unfortunately, there is no robotic Richard Simmons.
Thank Christ.
I think in my original run, I played a theme from Little Shop of Horrors during this fight.
I kind of remember that.
It got copyrighted, but the video never got muted, so it's still up. But it's still up just fine.
Oh, sweet.
You know what I say to that? Totally worth
it. Come on, Colette. Use Holy Judgment.
He's not gonna use it.
I know. I know, but I want her to.
You sound like Homer with the pig.
It's just a little airborne. It's still good. It's still good.
It's just her casting Holy Song. It's still good. It's still good.
She's still casting Holy Song. She'll use it. She'll use it. She won't. I know.
Exactly what it is.
The thing that's ironic, the thing that annoys me though, is when she did use it when I was grinding, Holy Song was only used 50 times. She literally used it immediately after using it for the 50th time. Now she's used it over seven times more than it should. Now she's used it 7 extra times and she hasn't used it yet. Stupid RNG.
It sounds like, you know what I'd say? You know what that means? That means she's not going to use it until another 50 times.
No, it's not every 50 times.
I know.
It's just once you hit 50.
I know, but that's gonna.
it
I know, but that's
randomly
gonna be.
can
That's
happen.
gonna be your luck.
That would actually be better than what actually happened to me, which is have her cast it when I'm not recording, and then most likely never use it ever again when I actually am, just to spite me. Though to be fair, I don't think you made it. I don't think you got to pull it off in your playthrough.
No, I never used any Mystic Arts in my run. I never bothered to, because in a normal casual run, you're not even gonna know they exist.
Yeah, even when my brother and I first played this, we did get Holy Judgment to go off, and that's the only one we ever got to use.
Yeah.
Genus. The other character that's pretty easy to get their Mystic Art off is Genus. He just needs to learn Thunderblade and Indignation and use both of those 100 times.
No, he just needs to learn Indignation.
I thought he needed to learn Thunderblade too.
No. Well, you need to learn Thunderblade to learn Indignation.
I know. I mean, I thought he had to use Thunderblade a certain amount of times.
To get,
Oh, I'm
you
sorry,
need
I'm thinking of
you
Tales of the
need
Abyss.
you need to use Thunderblade to get Indignation, and then use Indignation
No,
a couple
I'm
times.
thinking of I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Tales of the Abyss, where you need to use Thunderblade 100 times to use Jade's second Mystic Art.
Yeah, that's not how it goes here. You just need to learn Indignation and use that like a bunch of times.
Yeah. And then it'll randomly become Indignation Judgment if you do it.
Holy Indignation, yeah.
Something like that. Which, that's the easiest one to do, because you just keep... Well, technically they're both the same, and this is just me being like, oh, god damn it. Just use it. Because she's used Judgment 90 times. At this point, I'm just like, fuck it. I'll find a way to show it off.
Ah, that gold dust still hasn't gotten off it yet.
If I'm lucky, it'll happen again sometime in this playthrough while I'm recording.
Ah, I see you killed the plant dinosaur. Good, now I can start making my garden there.
You knew that thing's been there for like 10 days. I've been trying to get rid of it.
Insecticide didn't work.
Anyway, can we save my girlfriend, please?
Damn it, I'm
Wait.
getting to that. I'm the one who passes the law. You want to pass the law, you must answer me these questions 3.
Oh, you'll tell us that? Are you kidding me? You're the first guests I've had in over 600 years.
Seriously, bring up a chair. Bring up a chair, I got a whole bunch of shit to share.
So, time to explain the remainder of the plot.
That's not Heimdall, that's a piece of shit.
She is literally explaining that her purpose for existing is to explain the plot.
She's pretty much she's the Oracle from the Matrix.
I know it's a video game. I know it's a video game, and this sort of thing comes with the territory. But it's a little too meta when you have your in-game characters admit that their only existence is to tell a story.
That's pretty much the entire role of Oracle in the Matrix.
That's also bad storytelling. You shouldn't have to sit there and have expository dialogue for 30 minutes to explain your plot. That's the same thing people give Dragon Ball Super shit for doing too much talking and not enough showing.
Only one of his one of his companions were humans. The rest were half elves. They had a really banging night. Why is his name Taboo and Heimdall? What the fuck do you think? I just said it.
Look, Genus, calm down. I know you're growing into your racist. I know you're growing into your racist phase, you little shit, but no.
He's a fallen hero. I'll tell you why in a second.
Camera, pan down,
hey,
please.
Hey, look down here. I can't tell the good story like this. You can't see my face.
Plot twist: Yggdrasil and Mithos are the same person.
You probably should have known that by now. Not going to lie.
And he was with his sister, and Ewan and Kratos also were with him. So basically, Mithos, Martel, Ewan, and Kratos were doing what we were doing the entire time over 500 years ago.
So they're what? I see.
Or 4,000 years ago.
I get it now. So they were the warriors of light that tried to fight chaos.
Essentially.
Fucking hell, Chaos, you suck. You caused this bullshit again.
Hey. You can use your body's metabolism to alter the body's to stop the body's internal clock. So, yeah, that is one thing Dawn got right. It just still sounds really goddamn stupid.
I wasn't even listening to that.
So the thing is, you can use Crucius crystals to stop yourself from aging.
Yeah, but that doesn't make you immortal.
That I was getting to that. They added they had that part right, but then for some reason Dawn's just like, by the way, you can also use it to stop yourself from aging and become immortal. Like they don't mention that you become immortal. It just says you stop the aging process.
Which means that's like saying King Pickle became immortal because he became youthful again.
What it does is you can change how old you look at will. So you can look as old or as young as you want.
Like I said, that's basically
not immortality. That's just changing how you look.
Like I said, that's like if King Piccolo wished for his youth, and somehow that made him immortal, and he didn't even realize it.
I mean, technically you become immortal because they explained that back when we saw Alicia. If you have a Crucius crystal attached to you for too long, eventually your soul kind of merges into it, and you become the Crucius crystal. So technically you are immortal. You just have no soul anymore. You just kind of exist. That's not immortality. That's just being a living zombie.
Man, it's creepy as shit.
And that's creepy.
Also, by the way, don't ever bow to me again. It looks fucking weird.
Also, if you tell anyone that I live up here, I will fucking murder you.
I'll send the Nintendo ninjas after you. They never get caught.
I live up here for a reason. I want to get away from society.
I'll send the Nintendo ninjas after you. They never get caught.
So anyway, my point is...
What the fuck? Meanwhile, while we're going through this backstory, we're just gonna start playing the Macarena at the top.
Yep. For some reason, I don't know what... Sheena's, like, freaking out right now.
Oh shit, oh boy.
She looks like she really needs to use the bathroom. I mean, we have been climbing up this mountain for over an hour.
No, it's kind of... Looks like she's getting ready to bust into the hype song. Rocket!
It's just weird because no one else is moving. For some reason, she's just dancing around like that, and then she just randomly stops.
I think that might have been. I think that might have been a joke that got cut out.
Maybe she was. Yeah, it's something in the original version. In the Japanese version, she was probably doing something, and they just didn't mention it here.
Yeah, I'd have to look at it in the Japanese version. Very nice of the game to just
warp. My holy bottle's still going off.
Very nice of the game to just warp you back to the entrance.
Yeah, because that would take forever to walk all the way back down.
But yeah.
So yeah, how about that plot dump? Mithos and Yggdrasil are the same person.
I knew Chaos was behind everything.
And this also explains why Kratos is working for him, because they've been friends for over 2,000 years, for over 4,000, 5,000 years.
And now he decides to snap. And now he decides to lose his marbles. What bad timing.
Well, gee, it's almost like Mithos has been alive for like 5,000 years.
I want to fucking die!
For that long is eventually. I think living for that long is going to drive anybody insane.
I'm surprised he wants to delay. He's like, I want to fucking die! Come on, for God's sake, I'm right here!
So does that make Mithos Vandal Savage?
No, that would imply...
Holy shit!
No, that would imply he's been around since Pangea.
They specifically said they've been friends for over 4,000 years.
And
that's longer than that.
you don't know. They could have been space
Vandal
pirates.
Savage
You don't know. They could have been
like 2,000 years.
No, you don't know that. They could have been space pirates. You don't know. They could have been living in space for half that time.
That's a good point.
It's like, yeah,
I wish
space
there was a
life.
faster way to scroll through the synopsis. Damn it!
It's like, yeah, space life. Woohoo!
So we need the mana fragment to completely restore Colette to normal, but that's in Darius Carlon. So we need to find a way to go to space.
Space. Space.
To the one place that hasn't been corrupted by politics. Space.
Space. Going to space.
I don't know what that. I know that's a clip from some FMV game, but I don't know what.
Command and Conquer.
Okay, thank you. Because I've seen that clip multiple times, but I've never actually seen the game that it's from. And I have to thank watching the Throne Controllers panel from TRG to see that, because I know that's one of the questions that John threw in. Also, I think that's one of the clips that you ended up using somewhere.
I can't remember.
Anyway, why am I here again? Oh, right. There's stuff here that I need to. That's right. If we go to the Abbey, now we get to meet Zealous' sister.
Don't forget, we gotta go to space.
But we don't know where Darius Carlon is at the moment. All we know is that it exists. Lloyd, the door's right there. But there's all these bright lights in my face. I can't see anything.
Space!
I don't envy these guards.
Space!
Their whole job is to just stand there.
Yes, they do.
Space.
There it is.
Space!
I see that Space.
God damn it. I didn't think you'd actually pull that up.
I need that Crucis crystal I left.
Thank you, Tim Curry.
Give it back to me.
That's who it was. Okay.
Space!
After all, it rightfully belongs to the Chosen.
So meet Celis, the single most
Now, if your
useless
business here
addition
is
to
done,
this
I
story.
humbly request that
I'm
you
sorry, but the
immediately.
game doesn't need her to exist.
All right.
She
all right.
serves no
Guess I'm as
purpose
unpopular
other than
as
being
ever.
Zealous' sister. And that's it.
Or me.
Meh.
Oh, wait, Big
And I'm not even mad. I'm
What is
disappointed
it, my
because there's
darling
literally
little
no
sister?
purpose for her other than that.
Room. Nothing.
Yeah, she's not. Yeah,
Right then.
like, you see her in Dawn and she does absolutely jack shit.
Please take
She
care.
does more in Dawn than she does in this game, and that's
Couldn't
not
hear
saying
that,
a
you
lot.
No, it's not. In fact,
I didn't say
they
anything.
don't. In fact, they make her out of character in
So it
Dawn.
doesn't matter if my big brother couldn't hear it.
To be fair, she can't really be out of character when she had no character to begin with.
She has one. It's just she has
No, I
one. It's
didn't.
just not shown
There's
until
no
you
way I
actually
have
get
a
to the
brother like
till you
that.
actually fight her in the Coliseum.
Yeah, but
Please leave.
that's still like, and that's completely optional. You don't even have to do it.
Yeah, that's why it's
Well,
optional.
what do you think? I'm well loved, aren't I?
That's my one gripe with this game.
She's
Is
certainly
so
not
many
very
things
friendly.
It's not even the second
Don't be
game.
too
This
hard
game
on
does that too.
She
A
was
lot of
sickly
things
ever
are
since she was
locked
a kid.
behind optional stuff
Despite
that
that,
you would
her
never
mother-
think to do unless you look
No,
up a
never.
guide, and it's weird.
Well, at least in that aspect, it's not relevant to the main plot.
True, and to be
Oh.
fair, every game in the
Well,
franchise has something
We're
like
ready now,
that.
right?
But
Yeah.
Onto the Tower of Salvation.
when it's
Yeah.
when it's integral to a main character's backstory, it kind of irks me that they make it optional.
Like, you can
Oh, hey, my holy water finally wore off.
he stopped glowing. Oh God, what does that mean?
Anyway, you were saying?
What does that mean?
Anyway, you were saying?
No, I was saying, There's actually a point where you can actually meet Rain's mom, and that entire segment is voice acted despite being optional as well.
I thought that scene was required.
Nope, that's not required. You don't have to do that one.
I always did, I always did.
Nope, that's entirely. It's
like right there. You may as well do it.
It's entirely optional. You don't have to do. You don't have to go in there at all.
Right.
But yeah, that entire segment is voice acted despite being entirely skippable.
Well, I can give that a pass because this game being on a GameCube disc, they didn't have enough space to fully voice everything. Otherwise,
yeah, but that segment
voiced.
is completely optional. You don't have to go there, and yet it is fully voiced.
There's a lot of optional skits that are. There's a lot of optional scenes that are actually voiced.
That doesn't make any sense. You could easily miss it. Easily missable.
There's a bunch of stuff. I mean, I can see what you mean. It would be like if you did all. It would be like if they gave all the training sections with Kratos voiceovers when they're only like a paragraph long of dialogue.
Yep.
I guess it's because she's tied to two of the main cast, so they figured it would be important enough to do a voiceover for it.
Here's the thing. Half the stuff that you do with the other characters is not voiced at all.
I'm not
I'm pretty sure Regal stuff is not voiced at all.
I mean, we can give a perfect example right now. That entire scene of us talking to the storyteller, that was not voiced at all.
Yes.
And that should be
That should have been that's an example of what should have been had a voiceover.
I agree. That's like the single most important section of the game because it explains the whole plot and who the main villain is, but there's no voiceover for it.
It's dumb.
When it very much should have probably had it.
Yeah, it really should have.
And not to knock this version, the Japanese version didn't dub that scene either. It's just odd how Namco just selectively chose what scenes to dub and what ones not to.
It's like, oh, this scene's boring. Let's not do it. Hey, Zealous is depressed. What else is new?
Well, I mean, it's almost like his sister is locked up in an abbey, unable to do anything because he exists. It's kind of a depressing thing to think about. This is also tying into a certain choice you can make later on, which is one of the biggest turning points of this game, but we'll get to that a little later. Not for a while.
That skit should have been voiced, honestly.
All the skits should have been voiced.
Touché.
And we've mentioned this before, the Japanese version, all the skits are voiced.
Yes, they are.
I can understand them not wanting to get the voice cast back for the remakes, for the ports to dub them.
I was about to slap you if you said remake.
Hey, who knows? With all the remakes that have been coming out lately, it's a possibility that Symphonia can get a remake on the Switch or the PS4. Who knows?
16 years in the making, huh? Yeah,
hey,
I doubt it.
Hey, Chronicles came out like 12 years after the original game, so why the fuck not?
I doubt it at this point.
I know, me too, but
anyway.
Oh well. In the next video, we will go through We'll go through the Tower of Salvation because there's not much else we can do at this point.
I'm escaping. One place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism.
What was that?
Space!